I find it incredibly difficult in events to keep track of all the different droids that I need. Luckily, this last event, I was able to capture a ton of them that I was missing. For some reason, this R6 basic default has been very elusive for me to find, but that's the beauty of the hunt. I'm trying to max out all my droids before I do my first super rebirth. But I wanted to share a tool with you because instead of having to run from the sandcrawler and back to check your droid X to make sure or write them down, I have a second monitor up that I have this system that I found, and I've looked at a couple other ones that are out there. And this is Droid Tycoon Tracker. I'll put the link to the website in the description. But this is what the system looks like from the main dashboard. It calculates all the stuff that I've put in here. Now, you have to do it manually and put it into the system. But it's calculating per second. It's very accurate on your per second money, your per minute, your per hour, what you receive offline. You can tell it your rebirth level, etc. You can also go down here and like put in, if I want to hit a target for the day or for the X amount of time I'm going to play, if I wanted to put in a target of, let's say, so 76 hours to calculate 2 trillion. That's at the current setup without any upgrades whatsoever. So that's really nice. If you add in your multiplier, so let's say your multiplier is 1.5, that knocks that time down to 51 hours. So that's a really neat feature of this software. Now, I can have a look at one time of my entire base of what I have, so I don't have to go and run to each individual one. I can just look at the base as overall. I've got it in compact view right now. Look at the entire base as a whole and see individual data for the droids, like my DJ R3X. You can see all kinds of information about it, like, hey, it's not sellable, how much it produces per hour, the class of the droid. It also tells you if a rebirth is needed, so meaning I need to keep one of these for my next rebirth. As you rebirth your base, you unlock your different workstations. So let's say I want to get rid of a droid, just bring him over here and sell him, get him off of here and add another droid in. This is probably my favorite feature. This is where I got so tired of running back and forth from the droid X to remember which one did I have or not have during that event. And so now everything is nice and spreadsheeted out for me. I've tracked everything. So you can see I need R6 in default and diamond, need gunrunner. So when I'm doing an event now, it's much easier and faster for me to run, grab it, throw it in the workstation and get it crafted. The rebirth, so you go in and you tell it which rebirth you're at. So I'm at rebirth 19 currently. You can tell it that you've super rebirth. Also, you can put in that you've bought credits or you've added a lounge spot with a Nervous Shop purchase, super rebirth. You can track this information as well. I'm waiting until I craft all 360 droids is my goal right now. That may change, but that's where I'm currently at. And then a lot of people miss out on this opportunity, the optimizer. Based on all the droids you have input into the system, it'll tell you, hey, move, you should move these. And I had quite a few at first that made more sense, where I had an Astromech that was low performing, but I have the B2 Super that is performing at a high rate just sitting in my lounge because I didn't think they were compatible. They're 100% compatible. Now, they may take longer on missions, but they earn you more income. So if that's what you're looking for, it'll tell you to move them. So you go in and click move, swap with a companion, swap to a slot, sell it, keep track of all this in here. Now, the only downside to this for me is it's a little manual to set up at first. Recommend not doing it during an event. Do this software. Go in and add all your droids. The other downside to this is that it's not a login based system currently. I do look for them to add this, and I've compared this against some other droid trackers out there. I like this one much better for me personally. I feel the stats and the flow of the system for me is much more aesthetically pleasing and easy to use. Probably the worst negative thing is this works off cached, whoever you are, whichever way you say it, fine with me, off that data. So if you reset your cache, then you will potentially have to redo this again. The way to save that from happening is go to this import export function, create a transfer code, first verify that you're a human. You can create a transfer code, and then whenever you save that, come back in and upload that here. Or you can do it manually. This is the way I prefer to do it. Just copy this to clipboard. I save this in my Google Drive. After every event, or if I've crafted a lot of droids at one time that I went through and marked off my list, copy it to clipboard, and then whenever I come back in, I just paste that here and import and reload. I just want to show you guys an example of that because I've currently got this data here. Let's say I sell off these droids. I'm going to ask if we want to sell it because It's required. We're going to sell that. So we sell all these droids off here. Let's go back to import, export, paste that data right back in there, import, reload, and you can see it's all right back in there. So that's the way if you're going to use this, save your data. Again, at some point I'll look for them to create this with a login so you can not have to worry about that. But hope you enjoy this software and I hope it helps you as you continue to grow your base in Droid Tycoon.